Okay, today we're going to build a dog. The dogs that we're building today are long-haired dogs, long-eared dogs from this sporting group. If you look at all the different groups of dogs, there's one group called the sporting group. They are hunting dogs. That's their sport. And they usually have long ears. They can smell good, sniff good. There's a lot of different types of dogs in the sporting group. First, the most popular is the Labrador Retriever. They can swim good. They hunt ducks. They have water repellent coats. They're one of America's favorite dogs. There's red-bone coonhounds who hunt raccoons. Very good sniffers. There are beagles. Beagles hunt rabbits. They're small, long-eared. There's the ever popular in art Springer Spaniels. Notice the white stripe they have up through the middle of their head. Springer Spaniels go after birds, mainly. They can smell very well. And what we're going to build today is a Basset Hound. They have a long, low body. They have very sad eyes, very long ears. And you guys should have been handed out your Fimo Clay. You each get some brown and some white and a couple beads. And while you're watching the video on how to make it, you should be warming up your clay by either sitting on it or putting it in your pocket and not playing with it, but just getting it warm so it gets softer and easier to work with. And so keep it warm like it's a little egg that's going to hatch. And you will also be getting an instruction sheet that will guide you as to what size balls you will be making out of your clay to put together your dog. So good luck with your long-eared dog project. And keep tuned, and I will show you how to make it. Here is about how much clay you need and a few tools. You need about the size of a package of each of these colors. You have your guide sheet, and we're going to make balls that will fit into the sizes of each of these body parts. You roll the ball until it's nice and smooth and is approximately fits in each of these circles. We start with white and work towards the darker colors because the darker colors do get your fingers stained up. And so to keep your white, do your white balls first and make a ball for each of the circles. And then we are going to do the brown. Roll up a brown ball, brown or black, whatever color you decide to do your dog for each of these colors, each of these circles. And when you're done, we will start with the body. Take your body and flatten it out and make it a fat little rainbow shape. And then cut, this is going to be the front legs. You split them apart. And then we are going to take the back leg and smash it into a little peppermint patty shape and place it back in the back of the body. And then we are going to squish down the spot for his back. You just flatten it out like it's a piece of paper. You're going to have to take that leg off and put it on the body and just kind of smash it down until it's nice and smooth, and then put the leg back on. Now we're going to take the tail. We're going to take actually let's do the back paws. Just put them up underneath his leg so you can see them peeking out, and give him some toes. And then the tail. You're a little white and a little brown. You roll it together like a worm so that he has white on the bottom of his tail and brown on the top, and then kind of curve it around over his leg, over his back leg, so that it doesn't break off. If you leave it sticking out, it will break off. Now we'll start the head. You got to make it, they have little kind of square shaped heads, so you kind of cube up the white head and the white and the brown, well, the brown head and the white nose, so that they're kind of a square shape. And then we're going to put a little white stripe up through the brown cube for the stripe in the middle of his forehead, and roll it a little bit and smooth it down in there so that he has his forehead stripe. And then press his nose, and then kind of cut his nose in there so that it's the same shape, just an upside down Y at the end of his nose, and kind of pinch out his cheeks so you have little floppy jaws. And then you have your snout. Then you're going to put a little black clay at the end for his nose, and then place his eyes right next to his nose and touching the stripe in the middle of his forehead, one on each side. And there you have his head. See how you have a Y shape down there in the bottom. Now the head is, now we need to just flatten out some ears. You will take and make a teardrop shape of his ear and kind of flatten it to make a nice long ear. And place it on each side of his head. If they come straight out the sides of his head, not the top of his head, but the sides. And then we are going to put his little eyebrows on. They look like little rainbows over top of his eyes. And then give him some little freckles. And then you kind of smooth his nose onto his face. And then just stick it right on top of his body and curl his ears up. And you have your hound dog is complete. The hardest part is getting that little Y shape right in the front, but that's the cutest part too. And you are done.
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. Yeah.
All right, some hints for teachers. I have another video in this blog that will that if you want to search for it, it's called Hints for Teachers About Clay. That has more extensive hints. Also, I have a link below that you can download a PDF file with worksheets and lesson plans that will either go with teaching Sunday school classes, or it will go for teaching secular classes, usually science type projects that your kids can learn from these projects. If you're interested in that, you can hit the download button below and have that emailed to you. So thanks for watching, and good luck with your project.